Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for the next King of Scotland. A great night of championship boxing tomorrow at the Barrhead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riot Season, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, 32 Red, and Unibet. This great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN, and tickets can be purchased through ticketmaster.co.uk. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round light heavyweight contest. First to the scale, we welcome, coming to us from Las Palmas, Islas Canarias, Spain. He brings a professional record consisting of 3 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with one of his 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Javier Atacaite Santana.
Win. It was a huge upset, actually. He knocked out Elliot Elimasi. Elliot Elimasi, a very fancied prospect coming through, and it will be a bit of an upset if he can pull it off on Saturday night against Steve Collins Jr.
176.1 for Javier Atacaite Santana. And now we welcome to the scale from Dublin, Ireland. His professional record, 15 wins, 5 defeats, 1 draw, 4 wins by knockout. Here is Steve Collins Jr.
Steve Collins Jr., of course, the son of the legendary Steve
178.1 for Steve Collins Jr.
Well, Steve Collins Jr. getting himself back in the mix. I think he's seen a lot of the Ben Eubank rivalry going on and thinking, hey, I want a bit of that.
And who could blame him? It's all a bit more exciting, isn't it, when they've got those famous dads, and his dad really was one of the best that Britain's ever produced.
Yes.
Or Ireland even.
Yeah, special fighter was Steve Collins, right, Josh?
Yeah, great fighter. I used to love watching him. All action style. He was always in a great fight. So if he's anything like his father, we're going to be in for a treat tomorrow.
Well, absolutely that. Well, Steve Collins has been doing the round senior, that is, talking about how his son is resurgent, how he wants it, but he's got his work cut out tomorrow because Javier Santana is towering over him here.
Yeah, he looks a big lad, but Collins is in some nick himself, you know. Smaller man make himself small and compact.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round light heavyweight contest.
It will certainly be interesting to see this one. Steve Collins Jr., a renewed Steve Collins Jr. according to Senior, and looking to really get back in the mix against Santana tomorrow night.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. First to the scale from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. His professional record, 8 wins, 8 defeats, 3 of those 8 wins by knockout. Here is Mario Victorino Vera. $128.8 for Mario Victorino Vera.
I should be
Here we go.
And now we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Caguas, Puerto Rico. He had a stellar amateur career and now is a professional, undefeated with 1 victory. Here is Jandiel Chinito Lozano.
Well, this is a special talent indeed. World Championship silver medalist, Jandiel Lozano.
129.1 for Nathaniel Chinito Lozano.
That's it. You don't get a silver in the Worlds without being a special quality fighter. You know, a lot of people say those Worlds are tougher than the Olympics, so it's going to be really exciting to see where he can take his career.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, winning a silver medal at the Amateur World Championships is a hell of an achievement. And yeah, you're correct about that start. I think it's probably harder to win a medal there than it is at the Olympics. So yeah, but looking forward to this tomorrow to see how this fight progresses.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest.
Well, he's a young Puerto Rican star, and I think they can create great boxers over in Puerto Rico. Look at Trinidad, look at Cotto, Benitez before that. If he's anything like those guys, he's going to do very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest. First to the scale, coming to us from Zumpango, Mexico. He has 18 professional bouts to his credit. Here is Alexei Leon.
Well, Alexei Leon will be taking on Drew Limond tomorrow evening. Drew Limond, of course, the son of the late, great Willy Limond. Just struggling here, Alexei Leon, to just get his trousers off, but they are off now. Quite the attire he's got on the scales there, I have to say.
149.1 for Alexei Leon.
Has he borrowed those off you, Josh?
I think they're a cracking set
Now
of pants.
we welcome to the scale, from right here, Glasgow, Scotland. Undefeated with 4 wins. 1 win comes by knockout. Here is Drew White Sugar Limond.
Well, lovely ovation here for Drew Limond, one of the fighting sons of the late Willy Limond. Fight number 5 coming up for him tomorrow night.
151.1 for Drew White Sugar Limond.
That's it. I mean, he's got boxing in his blood. He's got a lot of fans here in the room with him. And again, he's just one of those fighters that we're going to be very intrigued to see how his career plays out.
Yeah, he was down in Manchester at my gym last week. I had to jump in for a couple with him. He hit me with a jab. It was like a sledgehammer. But yeah, he's talented. He's a good fighter.
Just 19 years old as well. So young. I can't believe this fighter's coming through that young.
Yeah, and what a show to be on at his age, you know. They want to get in there and perform.
I've got a feeling when he walks out to that ring on Saturday
Once
night, there's
again,
going to be a
these
lot
two
of noise.
competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest.
He looks like he's ready to fight now.
He does. There's a steeliness in his
he's got
eyes,
steel
isn't
behind his
there?
eyes, yeah.
Of course, his father, Willy Limond, boxed here at the Barrhead Arena against Alex Arthur, both unbeaten at the time. What a fight that was.
That was
what
a great
night.
fight, yeah, great fight.
Well, let's see the Limond name is in safe hands going forward.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super lightweight contest. First to the scale, coming to us from Silesia, Poland. He has 44 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Jacob Laskowski.
Well, Jacob Laskowski is the definition of a tough pole. This man has only ever been stopped 3 times in his career. He'll be tasked with taking on Reece Lynch tomorrow evening.
I mean, Josh, this is your weight division.
Yeah.
Do we know much about these two guys?
I don't know much about the opponent, but I've done a little bit of sparring with Reece as he was turning pro and stuff like that. Very good amateur style, good stance, fast hand, southpaw as well. Keeps his height, uses his range, and he looks like he's kind of developing into a pro good. And it looks like he's transitioning well. So I couldn't spit that out there. He looks like he's transitioning well into the pro kind of style boxing, and I'm looking forward to see how he moves on.
Here is Reece Lynch.
Well, here's the 2022 Commonwealth Games gold medalist Reece Lynch. Made a very, very impressive start to his career back in May. Got that knockout win. He'll be looking to do the same tomorrow evening.
141.3 for the undefeated Reece Lynch.
So Josh, I heard you speaking yesterday about how your Commonwealth medal actually means more to you than anything in your career.
All
He's got
fighters
the
must
same
see the
thing
doctor before
Reese
leaving
Lynch
here
here.
today.
Yeah,
All
absolutely. I
fighters
mean,
need to see
just
the
from my
doctor
experience, you know,
before leave.
winning the gold medal for your country is the best honour I could have. So yeah, he's got the same achievements, and now he's going to be looking to progress his career and become world champion as well. And I look forward to watching his journey.
Well, it was certainly an impressive debut back in May. Stopped a man who doesn't really get stopped. And it's the same sort of assignment tomorrow evening for Reese Lynch. Stop a man who rarely gets stopped. He looks so good, he's got a good
Once
aura
again,
about
these
him.
two competing tomorrow. They scheduled 6-round super lightweight
Cracking
contest.
moustache as well, I must say.
Yeah, his barber's done the business with the mullet, and he do the business in the ring.
It's certainly a look. It's certainly a look.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round light heavyweight contest. First, coming to us from Krakow, Poland. His professional record consists of 1 win, 2 defeats, 1 draw. His 1 win comes by knockout. Here is Grzegorz Mardyla.
Here we go. Now this guy strikes me as a happy fighter. I've seen him walking around. He's always got a smile on his face, but he's got to take on Alex Arthur Jr. And I tell you what, Alex is a serious young man. So we've got 2 very different vibes on our hands here.
He's certainly turned up in shape, I'll tell you that for free.
.170.7 for Grzegorz Mardyla. Now to the scale from Edinburgh, Scotland, undefeated with 1 victory. Here is Alex Arthur Jr.
Alex Arthur, of course, a name synonymous with Scottish boxing. It is now the turn of the new era. Junior takes to the scales.
171.1 for the undefeated Alex Arthur Jr.
It's a very likeable lad, is Alex Arthur Jr., Josh.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time, and he got a good laugh of him. He's got good crack, good banter, just like his dad. So yeah, I've watched him for a long time, training alongside in the gym with his dad, and he looks like he's developing really, really well as a boxer, and he's kind of developed that pro style really early on in his career too, sitting down on his shots and things like that. So yeah, I'm excited for watching him.
Yeah, you can see his dad there videoing him when he was on the scales. You know, it must be a proud moment watching your son there on such a big stage, doing what he does best.
Well, his dad will actually be in the corner for the first time tomorrow at fight number 2. He wasn't in the corner for the debut, but he will be tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have my dad in the corner, we'd end up arguing.
I know this. The Alex Arthur family are boxing.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round light heavyweight contest.
It's not quite the spitting image of his dad, I have to say that.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round contest. It will be for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Youth Super Bantamweight Championship. First to the scale from Dagenham, England. Undefeated with 5 wins, he has 2 draws. Let's welcome Karim Agius.
What a week it's been for Karim Agius. He was actually scheduled to box tonight on a separate show in Liverpool. Got the call quite late on to come and fight Marcus Sutherland, and he said, yes, I'll go and fight Marcus Sutherland. So a late replacement, a fight that's come together quite late on, but 2 unbeaten fighters in action tomorrow night.
He wasn't going to let that opportunity slip through his fingers, that's for sure.
20.7 for Karim Agius. Now we welcome to the scale from Shot, Scotland. Undefeated with 8 wins, 5 of his 8 wins come by way of knockout. He is the current WBC Youth Intercontinental Super Bantamweight Champion. Here is Marcus Sutherland.
Here is the 21-year-old who made quite the impression back in May. Had a fight after the main event, and he got likened to a to a young Nick Ball, the way he just decimated his opponent.
121.8.
Certainly arrived in good shape anyway.
Like you said, we've got some real young fighters on this show, and I think that's great for British boxing, for Scottish boxing. Yeah. They're eager to get going. They're eager to get their professional career underway.
Well, Marcus Sutherland did so well last time that he got himself signed up by Frank Warren. Frank was clearly very impressed with what he saw, but this is a step up in opposition here against another unbeaten guy who's got all the ambition in the world.
Yeah, fair play as well, you know, stepping in with a different opponent, but as well for Sutherland, he's got an opponent last night again, so both of them are ready to fight.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round contest for the vacant Commonwealth Silver Youth Super Featherweight Championship.
He's done a bundle of tickets as well, Marcus Sutherland. I mean, he was on after the main event last time out, but he had hundreds and hundreds of people who stayed there to watch him.
Well, that's good. A good sign for moving forward in his career. If he's selling tickets like that and his fans are staying after the main event to watch him fight, that's good. Good sign for the future.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest. First to the scale, coming to us from Poznan, Poland. His professional record, 2 wins, 3 defeats. One of those 2 wins comes by way of knockout. Here is David Przybylski.
Well, this is the 30-year-old Pole who has the unenviable task of taking on young John Joe Carrigan on his professional debut. Many say John Joe Carrigan a special talent.
154.1 for David Przybylski.
I rose from the ground up, but don't think I'm a flower. I keep it humble every
And now we welcome to the scale from Carlisle, England. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 2024 Youth World Champion, and now tomorrow he makes his highly anticipated professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing John Joe Starboy Carrigan.
Some tremendous noise in here for John Joe Carrigan, yet to throw a punch as a pro, but the punches he threw as an amateur led him to a world amateur champion.
153.7 for John Joe Starboy Carrigan.
Yeah, he's a great fighter, great talent, world amateur champion, says a lot. I mean, I'm looking forward to see him fight. I've heard a lot of him about sparring. He sparred with a couple of lads at Lock End as well, and I've heard some great stories.
Listen, Zach, you only get one pro debut. What must be going through John Joe Carrigan's head?
He'll know how good he is, you know, with an amateur pedigree. Like I was buzzing with winning a working man's club, never mind a world title as an amateur. So he'll know the pedigree that he's at. He'll just want to get in there and enjoy himself, and so he should. He should get in there, enjoy the ring walk, enjoy the moment. You know, you only get one debut.
Sometimes you get these amateurs, you know, they have these amazing amateur careers, they turn pro and they've got this bit of hype about them, a little bit of an aura, and he definitely has that. He's signed by Shelley Finkel, and obviously Shelley Finkel doesn't just sign anybody. So again, another really intriguing career that I can't wait to see get underway.
Well, this is his first face-off as a professional fighter. Looking down on his opponent.
Definitely got that gaze on. He's got that fight gaze on. He's ready to go.
I can't
Once
wait.
again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest.
When you hear so much about fighters coming through and you hear the
And again,
hype
all fighters
about
must
this
see
guy,
the doctor before
I just
leaving
can't wait
here
to see
today.
him fight.
All fighters,
Yeah, and
please
you know
see
what?
the
It looks like
doctor.
he's. What I like about it, it looks like he's not really listening to the hype. It looks like he's in the zone and ready to go, and I really like that. That's a good sign.
Yeah, he's been like that all week. He's carried himself very well. He's done a couple of press conferences. Always
And you
speaks
need
well.
to see Crystal with your tickets as well. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest. First to the scale from Chorley, England. His professional record, 20 wins, just 1 defeat, 7 wins by knockout. Here is the former English champion, Mark Jeffers.
It's a step up in weight for Mark Jeffers, up now at light heavyweight. Looking to bounce back from the first loss of his career.
He is coming up from the super middle, but blimey, you wouldn't know it. He's a big guy. He looks like he should be a light heavyweight.
174.1 for Mark Jeffers.
Yeah, he's an absolute madman. It won't surprise me if he goes doing a park run in the morning before his fight.
And
He's
now
up to
we
all sorts.
welcome from Carstairs, Scotland. His professional record, 18 wins, 2 defeats. 13 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBC silver champion and former interim world title challenger, Willy the Hutch Train Hutchinson.
Well, he is one of the most charismatic fighters that you'll see in the sport today. But this is really make or break now for Willy Hutchinson. Looking to bounce back from that defeat to Joshua Buatsi. A loss here against Mark Jeffers is unthinkable.
$174.7 for Willy Hutchinson.
You know what? I've noticed something a bit different about Willy lately. He's got a calm happiness. You know, Willy used to be very energetic back in the day, sometimes a bit wild. He seems to have calmed down, but what I've noticed more than anything, he's saying how happy he is, and a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Absolutely, you couldn't be any more correct. You know, he's took himself away from the home comforts as well, which is good, a good sign. He's took himself away over, I think is it Portugal, I think, the training, and he's took himself away over there. He's away from home, away from his friends, away from his family. Nothing but focus on training, which is a great sign, and I like that about it.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest.
I like the intensity, by the way, of Mark Jeffers. He's not just turned up here to be Willy Hutchinson's opponent. He's coming here to win.
Oh yeah, he's coming here to win, yeah. Same as Willy, he wants to win. It's going to be a cracking fight.
Yeah.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant British Lightweight Championship. First to the scale, from Halstead, Essex, England. Undefeated with 10 wins, 2 wins come by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated former English lightweight champion, Louie O Doherty.
Well, Louie O Doherty coming off that brilliant win over Yusuf Kamari, a bit of an upset back in June. He's the English champion heading into this, and he wants that British title.
134.1 for Louie O Doherty.
O Doherty makes weight.
And now we welcome from Glasgow, Scotland, undefeated with 16 wins, 3 wins by knockout. Here is the undefeated former Celtic lightweight champion, Regan the Shark Glackin.
Well, in over 100 years, there have only been 6 British lightweight champions from Scotland. Regan Glackin could become number 7 tomorrow night.
134.6 for Regan the Shark Glackin.
A lot of people are saying this one's going to be a 50-50. It's going to be intriguing to see how it plays out. You've been sparring him. What do you think?
Yeah, Regan's a good boxer. He does everything well. He don't do anything stupid. He sticks to the plan of what Joe's telling him in the corner, which is good. I've not seen much of Louie. I've not seen much of him fight, but to beat Kamari, you've got to be a good fighter. But both men are ready. Both men are going to go and refuel, and they're going to get it on tomorrow night.
That's it. I mean, and you can see there on the screen the British title. Look at it. That is something special, something beautiful. And both men know how important this fight is to their career.
British title is one of the best domestic titles in the world. In my opinion, I think one of the British titles is one of the most prestigious belts in the world going, and it means so much to the fighters.
Once again,
so
these two
I'm looking
competing
forward to
tomorrow in
watching
a
it
scheduled
tomorrow.
12-round contest for the vacant British Lightweight Championship.
That was interesting, that. There was a very, very quick face-off. They didn't want to... That was Louie O Doherty who just turned away pretty much immediately. Can we read anything into it, fellas?
No, it's all nonsense, this Carry On. It's all a bit of a waste of time, really. In my opinion, I used to think it was a waste of time for me. I couldn't be bothered with this. I just wanted to weigh in and then fight.
You say that, but I wouldn't want to be doing a face-off with Hank. I remember what he was like.
Yeah, there was always a possibility.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant Celtic Middleweight Championship. First to the scale from Dundee, Scotland. His professional record, 19 wins, 4 defeats, 2 wins by knockout. He is the former EBU Continental and Scottish Area and Celtic champion, Paul Kean.
Well, he's a former Scottish super welterweight champion. He's mixed in good company. He's been in with Hamza Shiraza a little while back.
159.1 for Paul Kean.
Coming in good shape.
And now we
I quite like what I see from him as well. Quietly confident.
Glasgow,
Quietly confident.
Scotland. Undefeated with 8 wins. 3 of those 8 wins come by way of knockout. He is the current Scottish area middleweight champion, Aston Badman Brown.
Well, Aston Brown is a man in a rush, a man looking to make up for lost time, and a man confident he'll get a demolition job.
159.1 for Aston.
He's in good shape, looks solid.
Brown.
Yeah, he's in good shape, looks solid. And he's got that cold steel look about him, you know, he's got that killer instinct, I know that for sure, I've seen it firsthand. And same with the opponent here, Paul, he's got the same as well. So these guys want to win this title and move on to progress the career. They're both at the later parts of the career, so they're going to want to make sure they look good doing this tomorrow and move on to a big fight, the domestic title.
Aston's got that pedigree, that amateur pedigree, that I think is really going to stand him in good stead. And like you said, Paul's going to have to use all of that experience that he's got and bring it into the ring with him on Saturday night.
Well, it's telling anyone that will listen that this is going to be a demolition job, is Aston Brown. Paul Kean said, okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow,
here we go.
At this.
He's up for it, right up for it.
That's it, he's serious, he's serious.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant Celtic Middleweight Championship.
Aston Brown is fired up for this one. It was a pretty friendly face-off they had yesterday at the press conference. Today, it's gone up a notch.
That's the most animated I've ever seen him. That's the most animated I've ever seen him. I've known him for years. That's the most animated I've ever seen him. So that's telling me that he's right up for this. You know, this is his chance to kickstart the career again. Once he gets his career back where he wants it to be, but it was before. So yeah, he looks like he's right up for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tomorrow will be a battle of the undefeated. 12 rounds scheduled for the EBU European and WBC Silver Featherweight Championships. It is also a WBC Final Eliminator. Brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, in association with OPI since '82. Let's first welcome to the scale from Glasgow, Scotland. Undefeated with 17 wins, 8 of those 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 1 in the world by the WBC, he is the former British and Commonwealth champion, and tomorrow, the reigning and defending WBC Silver Featherweight champion, Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins.
In here for Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins, could we be looking at the next King of Scotland?
What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think he looks in great shape as always. He's definitely up for this tomorrow. So
125.1
yeah, he's got that steel look about him.
For Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins.
Nathaniel Collins makes way.
And now we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Barcelona, Catalunya, Spain. Undefeated with 20 wins, 2 draws, 8 of those 20 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked number 10 in the world by the WBC. Tomorrow, he is the reigning and defending EBU European Featherweight Champion, Cristobal Lorente.
Cristobal Lorente, of course, the defending champion, comes to the stage second.
yeah, a bit unusual, but I tell you what, I'm not too surprised. There's a lot of people here that are ready to cheer on Nathaniel Collins on Saturday night.
125.1 for Cristobal Lorente.
We've got a fight, guys. I'm excited about this one. The defending champion has wandered off the stage. I'm hoping just to get his t-shirt. But yeah, this will be his third defence. The last defence ended in a draw. I think Nathaniel's really going to get his teeth stuck into this one, I tell ya.
I think so as well. Nathaniel's just been hyped up for weeks, looking forward to this. What's he been like to be around, Zach?
He's been good to be around, mate. He's been calm, cool, collected. Done his job in the gym and we've been sparring and gone home, you know. He knows what's ready, and what a reception that was for him then. That's what you want, especially in your hometown. Looks in great shape also.
Well, here we go. This will be the final time that they see each other. Nathaniel Collins, Cristobal Lorente, European title on the line. The winner gets a shot at the WBC World Featherweight title.
That featherweight division worldwide is so exciting. So this step here is going to show us.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this our main event tomorrow, live worldwide on DAZN. 12-round schedule for the EBU European and WBC Silver Featherweight Championship.
I tell you what, you think it's noisy in here, you wait until Saturday night. It is going to be electric.
Yeah, and he's in some shape today. That's the best I've seen him, you know. He looks solid. He looks solid up on that stage, and he looks like he's right up for it. Bit of a character to get excited like that for him. So, yeah, looking forward to it.